Hey, what is going on, Virgos? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using a new deck that I just got called the Tarot of the Shadow Realm. Shadow Realms. Shadow Realm. Reading isn't my specialty today, but I absolutely love it. I've been actually looking at this deck for a while, and I always make, I don't want to say I'm cheap, but I'm one of those people that try to make reasonable decisions when buying things, except when it comes to hats, obviously. So I always kind of look at it. I watch other people use it. I sometimes people even have like unboxing of decks, so I watch those, and I wanted it, so I finally pulled the trigger. Anyway, with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what message do they have for Virgos? What for Virgos, universe? All right, Virgos. So the first thing I see, Virgos, I feel like this connection I feel like it's already started. I mean, for some of you, this may be newer, but I feel like this energy is someone that you already know, someone that's already familiar to you. Now, like I said, for some of you, this may be something that's a little more long-term. But what I feel like is a shifting of energy here. We start off, I feel like with this person, you have this incredible connection. With the Two of Cups, I feel like there's this deep connection with the two of you. I definitely feel like you see true potential with this person. Like they just got it, They just got what you want. They got what you need. But I feel like not you feeling like you don't really know if you're on the same page. Because like I said, I feel like this is something that's already in motion. I feel like there's this alignment. Like you guys just align very well. There's this definite physical connection, but it's more than that. I definitely feel like there's some really impulsive physical energy between the two of you, but it's more than that. I feel like it feels like you're on the same page, but I feel like at the same time, not trying to get ahead of yourself. Like kind of wondering if this person is as into you as you are into them. Because, like I said, the potential's off the charts. You know, you feel like there's definitely something more than just a physical connection between the two of you. I mean, I feel like you have very open communication with each other. You know, I feel like you both put in the work. We'll get to that in a minute. You know, open communication with 8 of Wands. You both show up. You both put in the work. And that's something I feel like is very rare. You know, especially for a Virgo, is to have someone show up as much as you do. Because Virgos show up for everybody. You know, Virgos give you the shirt off their back. You know, and they don't expect anything from it. Virgos are like Leos in the fact they'll do anything for you, except for Leos want to be appreciated for it. They want to see the appreciation. But Virgos do it just to do it. But to have someone else that shows up as much as you do, I feel like that is rare. And like I said, I mean, their actions... See, with a lot of people, the issue is their words, they say the right words, but their actions don't meet the words. With this person, it's like their actions, you know, they're walking the walk, but they're not saying what needs to be said. And like I said, I mean, I feel like this, like, feeling this alignment with you, like the more you're around this person, the more connected you feel to them. And it's almost like, kind of like that worrisome energy of like, am I the only one feeling this? You're not. You know, that's what we're getting into here. I mean, I feel like you are on the same page. You know, I feel like this isn't just a physical thing. You know, you're definitely aligning, and I feel like there is new love here. You know, this is definitely something you don't need to worry about how they feel about you, because I feel like they feel the same way for you as you do for them. I get the impression this person isn't overly open emotionally. You know, they're not great at it. But they definitely want you. I mean, they definitely want this with that Queen of Wands. I feel like this is definitely something that they see moving forward. They definitely see you as someone they want to build a foundation with. You know, someone that they can, you know, share their dreams and goals with. You know, and I feel like that's not something that happens for this person. So it's not that they're unable to be emotional. I just don't feel like they've really had the opportunity to do that. Like, they've never really had anyone that they felt this way about. So it's like they never really had experience. You know, it's like going swimming. Maybe you've never swum before. The first time you swim, you really like it, but you're not very good at it. Doesn't mean you don't want to do it again. Just means you're not good at it. You don't have experience in it yet. But what I see with this person, like I said, if you think they're not into you, you need to watch this. We have the Hierophant. I mean, this person and the Four of Cups. I was going to say coins. The Four of Cups. I mean, I feel like this person thinks about you. You know, and they have very strong feelings emotionally for you. They're not very good at expressing those feelings. But I feel like what they do express is more in action. Acts of services. Which is great for Virgo, because that's Virgo's love language. You know, that's how they show love. That's how they enjoy love. You know, and with that Hierophant, like I said, I feel like this person sees you as someone they could build a future with. Like, it's a realistic, you know, they're seeing the potential here as well. I mean, they're on the same page. They want the same things. You know, and another thing with this person, the reason why I feel like it is hard for them to express, because I feel like this person, I mean, they have their shit together. with the King of Pentacles, that Taurus energy. I mean, with the Nine of Coins, Nine of Pentacles. I mean, I feel like this person's always kind of been there for themselves. You know, they never really had the opportunity to really express love or show love, so they're not great at it. But they will get better. They will get better. Take my word for it, they will get better. You know, practice makes perfect. But as for, I mean, what you're feeling, you're not wrong. You know, I mean, I feel like this is definitely a power couple. You know, and you know, with that Three of Pentacles, and when they have the three and the Knight of Coins, I don't know why I took it down while I was saying it. The Knight of Coins, Knight of Pentacles. You know, establishing that trust. You know, the more this person trusts you, the more they'll open up to you. You know, I just feel like they don't have a whole lot of history of love. Like, I don't feel like this person ever really felt true love like this before. And it's about understanding it, you know, being open to it, and just sharing it and giving into it. And like I said, I mean, it is coming with the Eight of Swords. You know, breaking down that self-imposed prison. This is not just someone that rushes into love. But when they do fall, they fall hard. I feel like they've already got to that point with you. Just haven't told you yet. But like I said, this person sees a future with you. You know, they see building that foundation. We have the Hierophant. They see that, you know, I see a very strong union between the two of you. That power couple type energy. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for someone that fills all, you know, checks all the boxes. I mean, I feel like they've done everything by themselves for so long that it's kind of hard. You know, it's kind of like that lone wolf. You spend so much time alone, it's almost hard to get, you know, to allow someone else into your space because you've worked so hard to get to where you're at. You know, with that Nine of Pentacles. I mean, they thought they had everything they needed, and then they met you. And they knew they were wrong. You know, you were that piece of the puzzle that they were missing. Like I said, if you think they don't care, you need to see this because they do. They absolutely do. You know, and what you've been waiting for, you know, if you're waiting for this to take the next step, I mean, I feel like that is coming. You know, I see an offer coming. And like I said, I mean, for some of you, this may be just more of a friendship. You know, wanting it to be more, seeing the potential in it more. For others, this could be a relationship that just, it's ready for that next level. You know, it's ready for more commitment. You know, being committed to each other, being vocal about that. I just don't feel like this person's overly expressive when it comes to emotion. You know, I mean, I feel like they put in the work, and sometimes that can be, you know, it can be confusing when someone says all the nice things and says what we want to hear, but doesn't do the work. That's confusing. When someone does the work, but doesn't say anything about it, that can be confusing as well. I mean, it's kind of like you kind of need both. I mean, someone can act like they like you, but not say it. Or someone that acts like they want to be with you, but they don't say they want to be with you, that's confusing. Or someone that says they want to be with you, but doesn't act like they want to be with you, that's confusing. And I feel like that I can see why you can be confused on where this is going and if you're wasting your time. But trust me, from what I see, you're not. You know, I feel like you're going to get answers. I mean, the more this person sees you, the more they want you. I mean, the Queen of Wands wants what they want, right? I mean, I feel like there's a lot of earth and a lot of fire in this read. I mean, that can explain the lack of communication because, as most people know, air signs are usually communicators, and the water signs are more emotional and more the emotional side. And I feel like there's a lot of fire and earth. So that could explain. But like I said, we can all learn. We just got to find the person worth learning for, that we want to learn for. With this person, I mean, we have Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. I mean, we have some Cancer as well. Some Aquarius. You know, we're not all great at communicating. Sometimes we want something, and the hardest part is not knowing what we want, but telling someone else what we want. And like I said, with this person, I get the vibe that this person, I mean, they have their shit together. They've been doing all the things, and I feel like they've been kind of doing it alone because they never felt pulled to anyone. But now they feel pulled to someone. It's different. It's a different territory. You know, the way I'm seeing it is, it's almost like okay, I'm from Canada. If I were to move to China tomorrow, I'd have to figure it out. Like, I'd feel so out of place in the beginning. You know, because it'd be just such a different culture shock. You know, it's like anything else. I mean, if you were to go tomorrow and I don't even know. You know, if you were to go tomorrow to a dance studio and take a dance class, but you've never danced before, you're going to feel out of place for a while. Sometimes, you know, and it's not that you're not putting in the work, putting in the effort. It's just you're going to feel out of place because maybe your body isn't used to moving that way. And I feel like it's like that for people that aren't overly emotional. They never used that part of themselves before, or never opened themselves up to that before. So it's going to be difficult in the beginning. But if you know, like I said, but if you love dance, you're taking the dance class, it's going to be weird at first, but your love's going to shine through, and you're going to get there. It's just going to take a little bit of time. You know, I remember playing hockey as a kid, and I remember I played since I was 4. I've been on skates since I was 4. And I remember a buddy of mine, I talked him into starting, and he started when he was 12. I remember when he first came out, he was brutal. And it makes sense. You're putting skates on your feet and going on ice. If you're not used to it, you're not used to it. But he caught on very quickly, and he worked hard at it. You know, it's whether you want it bad enough. You know? Like I said, I mean, being emotionally open, if you've never felt that way about anyone before, you didn't really open that avenue up before, so it's something new. You know, but like I said, what I see is I feel like it is going to move forward. I do see this person opening up more and more. The more they feel connected. Like I said, I do feel like there's an alignment coming with the two of you, and I feel like you are going to get answers to the questions that you have. You know, so it may feel like they're not on the same page, or they may feel like they're not that into you, but what I see is not that. I feel like they are into you. You know, I do feel like they feel the same way. And you got to take it in a way, too, as well. Is some people, like as in when I was saying love language of acts of services, I'm always been that way. I'm actually, you know, that's how I show people love. You know, I buy things that I know, or I get them things or whatever that I know they're going to use, is going to be useful to them and that they want. You know, when I buy gifts for someone, I really put a lot of thought in it. I'm like one of the better gift givers that I know. Not to toot my own horn, but, you know, toot toot. That's one thing I'm good at. You know, somebody can point out something, like, I remember my daughter pointed out something one time, and she was like right obsessed with this thing. And I remember I waited a few months, and for her birthday, I had it. She opened it up, and she was just blown away. She absolutely loved it. And there was a smile on her face because I knew it was something that she really wanted. You know, some people buy things that you think you know you want. I'm really kind of like a private investigator about the whole thing. You know, and like with Rose last Christmas, she was trying to get back into the gym again. So I went out and, you know, I bought her some wireless headphones. You know, I bought her a brand new water bottle. I bought her a gym pass. You know what I mean? Like, I bought her a gym bag, a new gym bag, a new pair of sneakers for the gym. Like, you know, that's how I show love. You know, if I care about you, I got you, you know? And it was harder for me to show emotional love, like be loving. And you know, that was something that I had to learn to do. You know, be not so much clingy, but just hugging, you know, stuff like that. I mean, it wasn't something I was used to, but I had to get used to that because it's something that she enjoys. And that's another thing. You know, we don't all speak the same love language. It doesn't mean we don't feel the same way about each other. It just may come out differently. But that's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.